Hello, this is Rusty. Welcome back to some more Prison Architect. Let's just move my shield around a little bit. There we go. And how are we playing today? Are we a little bit more stable? I think we might be. Now, because this is on a laptop, this might struggle to make any more progress after this. So I'm thinking that we might be at the end of the series. We've got a full intake here. We can have a look at our score. I've only just taken in a full amount of prisoners. So maybe we'll get another episode out. No, we haven't put a parole in yet over here, or 2 or 3. So we get those built and get some people out and see what happens. Now, I know it's extremely volatile after letting in everybody in who's max sec. And what I've discovered, as I previously suspected, was that gang segregation only really works best if the entire block and all the associated facilities are segregated. So I've done it a few different ways within this series, because I restarted the prison, of course, sold it and restarted. We had a general population. We had gangs that were completely segregated from everybody else. That seemed to work okay. And now we have the blocks that are segregated, but they have access to all the same program rooms. There is something I can try. I probably might have to change the cell door, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on it in case they start starving. In regime, it's going to affect all maximum security. It's not really ideal. And I should switch all of maximum security over to work lockup, so they can leave if they want to go to a program. Otherwise, they're in the cells. Now, this might not let them go for food because I haven't put on the right type of door. I haven't put on secure doors. So I might have to start changing the doors over. Let's start dismantling the block at a time and replacing them with secure doors. Got you? There we go. It has to go on the door space when it's open there. We do have a few spare cells, so we'll see how this goes. Where's my mouse cursor? There it is. Right, there we go. There's the first view. So let's pull up the doors menu. The one I want is this one, door secure. And this one has a food hatch in it. We can't zoom in on the menu, can we? I use them quite a lot in solitary, so that if somebody's in solitary for a long time, they still get fed. So in addition to adding a toilet and a shower to solitary, it helps if you use this door. But because they're quite expensive, they are $600 compared to a normal solitary door of $500, compared to a normal jail door of $200. You want to do it once you're fairly stable and not too soon. We have gone showing that we don't have capacity anymore. Right, let's get those in. That's the first block done. And there's a riot. And it's over. So adding the extra security in has helped. I don't really need you guys. You can go. Maybe I was... Oh. Right, well that was sudden. I warned you. That was a foolish thing to do. Now, when you do this kind of thing with work lockup, you make sure that there are enough programs for them to go into and a good variety of them. So we're aiming at reforming them, getting them out of gangs, and reducing their violent tendencies. Not work. Maximum security, we don't want them going to work. They can do that when they get to medium. So one of the programs is faith program. They're allowed to go to that, which would normally be in free time. Another one is breathe therapy in the yard. They're allowed to go to that, which would normally be in free time. So they can do those. They can go to the yard. They can go to the chapel. If I built one. I actually have to build them a chapel, don't I? I didn't do one? Yeah, I did do one. It's there. They are allowed to go to that chapel. As long as I put it in the right security sector. Right. Still waiting on these doors. Some of these are in. Why are you stuck? They were doing foundation education. And they have no chance of passing it, basically. They have no chance of passing it. So we've got some cells to finish dooring. It might be a problem with the fans again. Well, no, it doesn't seem to be. No, we're fine. Well, where are my doors? What do? Hold down control, and then left click over all of that to get that done. Can we get a move on, please, and get these doors back on? Right, so let's go and build a couple of parole rooms while we're waiting for that. Parole rooms don't take much. Ah! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Right, so that's our in dimensions. Just need a few of them. Process some of these and get them out of prison. Let's have 3, just to be sure. Objects. Visitor table. Let's do it the Charlie way. Charlie Prayer way. That's quite a good idea. That is when we put the visitors' chairs nearest the door, just in case. I think that was actually quite smart, so I'm going to copy it. Your prisoners are going hungry. Right, where are my prisoners going hungry? Why are these going hungry? No, this is something else. The ones that are going hungry are probably over here. So I'm going to have to put in a meal or 2, at least. Make sure they eat while we're finishing up. So let's move them, though. I'm going to have to redo all the programs, I think. And reschedule them. Is everything working? Yes. Yes, I think so. 41 in queue for the parole. We really need to get that moving. Oh, power's been cut off, mainly because there's no door. Did I put the door on? I did, but they haven't done it yet. Right, so then utilities. They're close enough, they'll be fine once the doors are on. Speed up again. There's one. That's functional. There's 2. There's 3. Right, rooms, parole. And there's our visitor table. And why are you flashing at me? You've stopped. Good. Programs. Parole. I think I've still got 2, so maybe actually use edit schedule and make sure we're on shared. And then all rooms, parole rooms. That's easier, isn't it? Which one of these is wrong? I don't know. One of them's in the wrong room. It's because I reset it. Why have I only got 3 of them? Well, that shouldn't be there. And those shouldn't be there. So that's what's gone wrong. This one is the death row appeal. It doesn't hurt me to run lots of those. So no matter what time of day it is, they can get that. I did put people in there, so we need that as well, actually. I did cancel it. These are free, so we can run as many as we want. Get them out of the prison. In fact, we could actually facilitate that by giving them a really low, as in a high chance of passing. Come on. It's starting to struggle again. Probably because of the extremely high danger level. Ooh. Ooh. And it being winter. Minus 14, apparently. Winter does seem to tax it more than anything else. Is that a road thing again? No, the road's still running. Just not getting any exports, that's all. There we go. You're on the wrong side. Right, have we finished these doors? Yes, so we can do the next lot. Go back to walls and doors, switch over to doors, and we'll do the next lot of doors. This is all gang cells as well, so... Oh. What we need to watch for is they actually get food. Who died? Well, let's add a few more first aid kits in. I haven't seen anybody getting revived around here. We've had a few deaths. Where's the door? Up there. A lot more first aid kits. So it's the purple gang causing trouble while I'm doing their doors. Right, we've taken all the doors off. Now I can put them all the doors on. Since they're here, we'll put them here. Hold down control and left click all of those to feed them up. Oh, they're desperate for luxuries. Well, if you want luxuries, you know what to do. They're hungry. They've got a food slot on their door now. Do I need to change food logistics now I've done this, I wonder? I don't think so. Right, how are we doing? That block's done. Let's do this next block. Are we making any progress on reducing violence there by locking them in? Hard to say. It is possible I'm going to have to check deployment. Hasn't reset with me taking the doors off the cells. I might as well take all these doors off as well. What the hell? Them all in one sweep. Whoops. We're doing well. Let's just go down a bit of speed so I can put the new ones on. Now, if I use permanent punishments, I might get the effect I'm trying, but they won't be able to go to programs then. One more right. There we go. So now I've got all those doors in place, it is possible for me to change punishments. So they have lockdown for longer after doing anything violent. They're in the cell like 8 hours or something. Because they've got the slot on the door, they get fed. She's in policy. Misconduct policy for maximum security. So we're putting that up. So anything that's violent is 8 hours. That's fine. So we just massively increased punishment on them. With a combination of having a lot of lockdown, unless they do programs, and long punishments, relatively, to the other prisoners. So let's go back to regime. They've got 2. I think I'm okay with that. They've still got a lot of sleep as well because of the aging. 10 hours. And we're done, apart from one door. That's all the changes done. Let's have a look if deployment's still working. It is. Who died? Oh, it wasn't even there. It was in a dormitory. So let's reset our dormitories back to max and min. No. We'll have no maximum in here. You'll get booted out again. Off you go. All you maximum prisoners, get back to your blocks. Another death. That was a guard up here. Someone broke the way out the cell. Well, you're going in there for 8 hours now. Look at you. Are you getting fed? You should be getting fed. I did give you food slots. Has food stopped making it in here? No, there's still food in here. I haven't made it... No, it's shared. They should be allowed in here. What we will go back to, though, is having that one as maximum only. Minimum amount allowed in there. And we'll use the custom sector again. It did break. I'm sure it breaks. I'm sure there's been a bug reported on this custom breaking, but I'm going to give it a go and see if it works. And I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll rezone the kitchen just to reset all the things, distributions. That should reset everything again. No, maybe not. Curious how it kept it. We're minus 12,000 a day now, somehow. Who aren't we able to house? 3 prisoners. Who? Current capacity is 9. Well, where are those 3 that we can't house? Is it because they are too naughty? I think it might be. There's somebody. Ah. Right, let's take you to the infirmary before you die. And have I run out of family cells? Said I had 9. These haven't ever been plumbed in. This must have been what I was doing when the game started lagging last time. Let's get that done. Hold control and left click to make sure they do that as the priority. No picking. And you died because you're a snitch. What are you doing out here? Oh, there's been a couple more deaths since then. Who are the other 2? Well, you have a shop. You just have to have some of you working in it. So I think we have quite a chaotic build going on here. No, the bones of it were fine. So one of the problems with the protective custody is we're putting gang members in here. who happen to be snitches. And I think they target the other protective custody inmates. And one of the things you can do is, instead of this, we use deployment and we use gang segregation to say ex-gang members, which means having 2 protective custody suites, one for ex-gang members and one for everybody else. So the gangs do cause a lot of problems trying to get them to reform. So what we've discovered is we need 2 protective custody suites, which I said right from the beginning. We just decided to speed up a bit. And we need a block that is complete for each of the maximum security designations, which gets very large very quickly. I can't really do that on this particular laptop. So this is about as much as this laptop can take. We do have a nice build. I think I'm quite happy with the build itself. There's a few things we haven't done, like the bakery and the restaurant, but we've seen them before. We've got a nice sized farm for the prison. We've got a good forestry going all around the perimeter in the dead zone where the contraband tends to get thrown over. So we have a double wall of 12 space between them. Oh, and let's go to intelligence. How are we doing with contraband? Let's go to the 7 days. So there's some coming from the farms, but not that much. There's a little bit in protective custody being found. They're getting tools. There's some being found in the Psych Ward. That's entry, so that doesn't really count. Why is this power not working? Have I put the power switch on it? I've removed the connection, haven't I? Let's reinstate that connection because we're not accepting any contraband coming in at the moment. That must have been last time when we were separating the 2 grids. So let's fast forward and see if we get any stability before we finish. So how many extra prisoners have we managed to release since we started? We're up to 45 now. Parole is doing its job. Parole early reoffended. Nobody's reoffended. But we've only had one who was paroled successfully. Danger level is sky high. Let's have a look at needs and which needs are the worst. Luxuries. So having a central shop seems to be a key. And it gets really complicated with the maximum security infrastructure. Medium security prisoners could man the shop for maximum security, but it's getting all of those gangs in. So the best thing to do would probably to do another playthrough, I think. Now, we've seen the safety need go sky high. I think it's because of criminal insane people. And we've seen problems over here with the gangs. So we could do another prison because this laptop's reached its potential for this particular prison. It's not exactly going to disappear from the Steam cloud, is it? So it's still sat there on my account. We could start another one, but we'll switch off weather, we'll switch off gangs, and we'll switch off criminally insane. And what I would do, I think, is bring everybody in at medium, and we'll use the transfer system to try and get them down to minimum security, exactly the idea we had here, and then get them paroled out and reformed. So it's the same ideas that we've got, and we can use it as an opportunity to showcase the green energy again. I've got a build here. There's other builds I can do. I mean, this one happens to be highly efficient. At night, I'm only generating 2,000, but our power exports are absolutely crazy. 38,000. We're using a lot of power in this prison. So how many have I connected? 2 or 3 of these transformers are running parts of the prison. And we're still making $38,000 on exports. That uses up all of my... Someone's dead there and not been moved. That uses all of my allowance. I think I might have left the 8 spare ones I never connected. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20. Yes, there are actually 8 that are never connected up. This is only one way of arranging green energy. I like it because I've actually overbuilt the batteries. You only really need 8. You don't need all 10. Or did I do that because the Warden change? That we were generating more. I might have done it because the Warden was generating more power. Allowing us to generate more power. It's only showing 2,000 here though, which is consistent. 200 at night, 500 in the day. So, did I change my Warden again? I don't remember. Let's go to the office. What I haven't done recently is actually go to the office for the security chief. Who? There's my Warden, it's Periwinkle. So I'm not using... Periwinkle. I can change my Warden because I'm having a lot of violence. So we go to extras and map settings. It allows you to change your Warden within the game. And notice how the pacifier reduces the overall temperature of your prison, making your inmates less likely to cause trouble. This one is probably better for our situation than Periwinkle because the tunnelling has basically stopped. Now it's too late for that one because we've already taken them in. That one makes money when we find contraband. That one's not much use to us. That one could be more use to us if we were doing a Psych Ward only build. But obviously we'd only be really taking in Psych Ward if we wanted to do Slugworth to make it worthwhile. That's fine if you have a lot of violence, but you want to just deal with it as it happens. Botanist is for farming, ecologist is for green energy. Locked is for staff needs, minus 10% to prisoner reoffend chance. So if you were doing a reform prison, locks would be your best chance. But at the cost of having to deal with a higher staff needs. So you give them 10% more rest, they have 30% more stamina, but... Oh no, this is minus 10%. Now, which way does it mean? Does it mean they're more likely to... Well, let's read the description. Prisoners are moulded into model inmates. Yes, so their likelihood of reoffending is decreased by 10%. That's what it seems to be meaning. Dylan Cook. Food costs lowered by 25%, except we're using the farm, so that is negated. But if you didn't want to use a farm, Dylan Cook is useful because they lower your food costs. And also the costs of bringing the external teachers. So that's a useful warden for running lots of programs that use people from outside the prison. We don't really use that one except to Halloween that much. I did want to have a go this time to try some stuff out, but 60% slower suppression fade rate. Okay, so if you have suppression in the prison, it takes them longer to shake it off, which means the amount of sources of suppression you need are lower. You don't need to suppress your prisoners quite as much. Reduces misbehavior frequency of extremely volatile prisoners by 50%. Okay, that's great as well. Instigators do not increase the chance of nearby inmates causing trouble. So they only have the same chance that they would have had. So snipers become more effective with that one. And then we don't know what we're getting. So we'll try the pacifier and see how things continue from here with the pacifier. How's our temperature? It's going down. We've just changed the warden to a warden that will reduce the temperature. Who's missing? The foreman. They haven't been killed, have they? I've got a foreman, haven't I? Yeah, they just happen to be on call. There they are. And where's my chief? I don't know where the chief is. Oh, there they go. No, it's just the guard. They might be doing a program as well. What time is it? No, it's sleep time. They shouldn't be doing a program. Where's the chief gone? They're not in their office. The security room, maybe? You're a guard. Don't see them there. Oh, there you are. No, you're a guard. You've just been promoted. It's actually, that's why I'm trying to find the chief. Because I haven't done the promotion for a while. Let's go into our staff list and find them that way. There you are, chief. Right, I get you. Don't know where you're going. Right, rank eligible guards. This is a mod content. So instead of me cycling through all of the guards, it just finds the ones who can have a promotion and gives them it. So that's done. So they should have been keeping up with. And promoting guards gives them a slight buff to their HP pool. So they can survive fights a bit easier. They probably get paid more, but that's a small... You're still here. Didn't you go to the... Didn't you go to the infirmary? Right, I said to you to the infirmary. It's a holding cell right there, but they can't use it because they're a family. Now, I still have a bit of room in here. I'm going to have to build another couple of cells. Right, this one is occupied, so let's go to clone and get that person accommodated while the game's behaving itself. Let's build 2. Let's try and squeeze everything in, isn't it? It's a bit of an... Well, we'll do it down here. We've still got room down here. Let's get 4. Okay, fine. That is the left-hand wall, so let's try again without that left-hand wall. Let's get 4 in. Utilities need to run that way, like that. And I want that all done quickly, so stop working on the farms and come and build these cells, Blake. Oh, you brought her. You've brought her. Finally, we did have the song free for you. We're still not quite accommodating everybody, though. I don't know why. Minimum security 14, capacity 52. Minimum security 73, capacity 52. Ah, so we split them between minimum and medium, and now we don't have enough room for all of the minimum. Maximum security, we can hold 68. No, we have 68 and we can hold 76. Protective custody, we have 5, we can hold 18. Criminally insane, we have 20 now and we can hold 15. We have an extra 5. Oh. Well, no wonder things are going wrong up here. Did I build them a holding cell? I did. So at least they're not floating around with nowhere to go. Ugh. That's alright, it's a maximum security prisoner got shot. Or killed, somehow died. With armed guard with a shotgun. Their needs are starting to climb quite high. Because I've locked them in their cells. They can leave. They can go and do programs. They have access to... I haven't built a yard, have I? They would have access to breathe therapy if I built them a yard. And I can build them a yard because we have space here. Let's do that. How's our cells coming on? They're still working on them. A yard won't take long to build. So let's get a fence on. And a door. Just an ordinary prison door will do. Access to a yard. And objects, we want gym mats. It's just one more program. thank you, autosave, that they're allowed to do instead of being in lockup. Now, there's a maximum number of people who can run in this course. That should be fine. It's way more than we need. So they can spread themselves out as they want. Now, what we could do, I think we've got room, is if we go to the bottom here, we've got the cage. I think we've got room to add a cage in. Don't need that many of these. And this is for solitary inmates. Solitary's only up there. To come and get some exercise during yard time. Which of course we took off them, so we'll have to put it back on. And then we go to doors and we want the specific door cage gate. I did try this on the death row, but of course death row don't have a regime. Oh, that's a lot of tunnel icons. Where can they be coming from? This dormitory, I would imagine. So when we want to find a tunnel, we use search, not search toilets. Now that's the closest one, so that one should be the one we find with the tunnel under it, or it could be this one. That wasn't that one. Let's try this one. Here comes the guard. There we go. Now, search works because it's 100% chance of finding a tunnel if there is one underneath it. And it was added so that you don't have to dismantle toilets anymore. Because the strategy was simply remove the toilet, there's a tunnel there, it's going to be exposed because you take the toilet out. So they said, okay, that's a bit of a kerfuffle for everybody. If that's all you're going to do, we might as well just search it, and you can leave the toilet where it is. And it removes that necessity of having to dismantle it and then replace it. It's a quality of life improvement. Right, you are okay to go home. Now, I did wonder whether or not I had any of my coverage plans active, and it turns out I do. Pest control is obviously deactivated. Plumbers, 4 flooded areas, 1 flooded area. Any structural damage. That one seems to be working as it is. The plumbers didn't work, so that's why I've changed it. 1. Oh, here come the paramedics again. Right, who's died and where? In the holding cell. Well, you've got 2. Part of that is because I never added any more bunk beds. So let's get some more. So more of us can get some sleep. Right, are we still criminally insane? Yes, it's the criminally insane that's still causing problems. We have 15 cells and there are 20 of them. I built it in such a way we can't easily add more. Oh! Did somebody walk out the door? Somebody walked out the door. This is all staff only as well. I thought they had a patrol there. That looks like a guard patrol. Yep, I've got 2 of them. I've got 1 dog and and one regard. It looks like 1 dog and 1 ordinary guard aren't enough. Have you never been built? Cancel. Have you never been built? Yes, you're there. Have you got a sniper in? Yes, you have. And you let them walk out as well. So they walked through this entire staff-only area, and you never took a shot. Nobody stopped them. Well, that happens. Right, how's our yard doing? Well, some of them are in, so I can now. Now they look like they're all set up. I'll go to room, the cage. Here it is. I'll get them working. Oop. And then the rest of it, I should have done it the other way around because now I've got to go around them. I'll just reset it in a second. Actually, because the yard is behind a fence and a door, I probably would be alright. Go back to the cage and put them back in now because I've written over them. Like that. So let's get that program up and running. So that is brief therapy for well, anybody in that solitary cell. It's hard to tell exactly which one it is, though, isn't it? So it's not those 2. Great. Well, that tells us that, doesn't it? The ones that don't have equipment aren't the right ones. Lots of sessions. You are allowed to go to them all day if you want to. Calm yourselves down. It doesn't seem like 5 minutes since we last had. Oh, I never finished this one, which requires a shakedown. I probably haven't got time to do it now. No, I haven't. It's going to cause pandemonium. Escape to close the menu. Continue. These are still being built. It could be the salting all the ground that's causing it. All the workmen suddenly start putting salt on all the paths. But they're also doing everything that's outside. I suppose it's supposed to be paths, I thought. Actual landscaped areas. But they're putting salt on everything. That water's still not running. Oh, yeah, well, that's obvious, isn't it? It's because it's frozen. It's not that it wasn't connected, it's because it's frozen. And this is probably inadvisable to do right now, given how busy they all are. But we will. Just don't go too far with it. Ah, so he's already in parole. You're one of the early ones. And it's the one that was having trouble getting a cell, so it'd be really useful if you passed. 54, he probably won't. And that's a lawyer. You didn't make it out the door then. Who's the next one? Were you shot by any chance? Yep. So you can behave. No, you're free any time to go to a program, and we have tattoo removal program running. We have the faith program running. All you have to do is choose to leave your gang. There's the faith program. I think we probably can't. Well, we can run one more, but I don't know if it's in the right room. Someone's gone to breathe therapy. Good. Someone's gone to fight club. Good. Everything helps. I can run those, can't I? Or did I fill them up with the other one? All room staff only. But yeah, that's right. It's around the morgue. But animal therapy I can run. Why are you upset? Because you want luxuries. We do have a solution for luxuries. It's a small solution, but it is one. That is the pet bird. Oh, I heard that. Surrendered but got shot anyway. That can happen. So, because we're interested in, well, not there, in reform, let's start putting the pet bird in. Also gives them a boost to their family need, slightly. Oh, another one. Maybe I should not free fire off. Because they are surrendering quite a lot. So look if you surrendered. Kill behind guard with shotgun. Doesn't say it. Yeah, you does. You did. You surrendered. Let's remove free fire from maximum. We shouldn't be shooting them if they surrendered, should we? Guards. The guards have started winning over the violence of the prisoners with the changes we've made. Quite a high cost, admittedly. Right, so that's that need accounted for. Recreation. we can do that with radios or TVs or canvas and paints. I think provides oh no, that's just a cell grade. I don't think it does actually provide recreation. It doesn't say that it deals with any need anyway. We haven't got events on, so radio it is. Can we change the lives of these maximum security prisoners? Yeah, we still have these size rooms up here, so let's do these in one go, so I don't have to turn the radio around lots of times. Then put them in on the other cells. Forget that then. Spirituality, they can go to the faith program. Yep. There's Fight Club. Let's have a look at your needs, you two. It's minimum and medium. Why are you starving? You have access to food. This is your canteen. I don't see why you'd be starving. You have need of food too. But all of my maximum security need food. They're giving you two. Yes, they do. It's broken again, isn't it? It's broken again. Right. Logistics. Food distribution. Meals required 17. Meals ready 19. 73. Meals been cooked 38. What's happening with our kitchen? Probably need another one is what's happening with our kitchen. But do we have room for another one? Maybe. Well, we have got loads of room here, haven't we? Just build another one. Let's build. Yeah, I think we will. Things are struggling a little bit, so we need a large kitchen. That should cope. Can we finally get everything turned around if we add another kitchen in? That's a stuffed door. What did Mash say? Mash 99. I can try moving this slider down a bit to bring in ingredients again. Now we were trying to use all fresh. We've got 2,730. But just to make sure our kitchens don't break, we'll move this down a bit. In fact, we'll put it on 50. just to make sure our kitchens don't break and that there are foods available all the time. We'll only use half farm and half ingredients. Costs more. We don't get the well-fed buff, which we haven't been getting anyway, so it's not really an issue. But we do make sure everybody gets fed, because we're bringing half the ingredients and they're in the kitchen. It looks like the violence has calmed down a little bit now, so you're all free to go. They don't go to the necessary place anyway, you have to take them there. Like, power didn't make it through here. Oh, it's the wall. It's because it's in the wall. We've already got one there. Here comes another storm. So, I think this is a good place to stop. Save the game, and then we will see how we're doing next time. I will see you there. Goodbye.